morning, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris is back for some more Hearthstone arena action. Now, I have got a daily quest to either win with Druid or Hunter, and it has actually been longer since I played Druid. I played, a while back, I played Druid and Hunter back-to-back, and Druid was the first of those, so let's keep the pattern going. Grab a Druid here, and see how well we can do. Alright, well, we're starting off with a pretty good rare, obviously not the Blood Corsair here. The real problem with this card is that its stats are so bad. Like, if it were remove a durability from your opponent's weapon and it were a 2-1 for 1, I'd be totally fine with it, but a 1-2 is just pointless. It kind of dies to everything and kills nothing. It's just sad. Anyway, we're going to have to go for the Sunwalker or the Assassin here. So the Assassin's a really good finisher. Sunwalker's a really good defender. As a Druid, I'm more likely to have a slow deck, so let's go for the defender over the finisher. We'll see if we regret that later. Well, I don't really like this Harpy. Druids, I mean, you can make a really aggressive Druid deck. I have been beaten down by Druids, but it's tough, especially when your first pick was Sunwalker. So I don't want this card, because it does a lot of damage, but it doesn't do well against other creatures. So it's either the Card Drawer or the Owl. Silence is nice, but Druids have some class-specific silence, namely the Keeper of the Grove. Granted, it's a rare, but still, I'll hold out for a Spellbreaker, which is the 4-3 with Silence, not the Owl. This 1 toughness is a real nuisance. It drops, and then it dies. So we'll take the Card Drawer here. Starting off a bit slow. Okay, well, the Violent Teacher is very cool, but we'll take the Azure Drake, because spell damage is really great for Druids if you can manage to get a swipe, which hopefully we will, because it's a common. Hint, hint, draft, give me swipes. So I can take more card drawing. You know, I've got enough card drawing already here. I think we're doing okay on the card draw. Let's take Moonfire. I like this card. I mean, these are sort of mediocre cards. If there was like a Chillwind Yeti here or something. But Moonfire, man, this thing is quality. I actually like it a lot. Yes, Swipe. Very, very, very good spell. You always need to have those as a Druid. Here, Wisp. I've played with that before, but not voluntarily. Naturalize can be good in the late game. I've talked before about how Starfire is not that amazing. I think Starfire is really great if you're even or if you're ahead, because you kill a creature and you gain a card, so you get card advantage, you take something off the board, it's really great. But if you're behind, it doesn't really help you catch up. You spend your whole turn Starfiring and your opponent still has creatures and continues to beat down. But Naturalize is kind of the opposite end of that. So Naturalize, you spend 1 mana, kill whatever you want. Your opponent gets 2 cards, so you're giving the card advantage to your opponent rather than to you. But you still have your mana to develop your board. It's hard to say. I think Starfire is more consistent, but I wouldn't be opposed to playing with a Naturalize. Okay, so Savage Roar can be good, although the only times I've ever seen it be good was against me. I could never really pull it off. So I'm going to take the more consistent card here. We'll just grab the Youthful Brewmaster to make sure we have some 2-drops in this deck. Well, here's a perennial puzzle. We either get a really, really good 3-drop or a brick wall of an 8-drop. Let's take the Crusader here. I think I'd rather miss an Ironbark Protector than miss a Crusader, because the Crusader just drops on turn 3 and it inhibits a lot of your opponent's plays. Okay, well, we can take this Inventor. Honestly, whenever my opponents play this, I'm never that bothered by it. It's such a weak hitter. It's not that big of a body. It's only got 4 toughness. If it had 5 toughness, then we'd be talking. But 4 toughness, not that exciting. So I don't want to spend my whole turn early in the game just to draw a card off of that. We'll go ahead and we'll grab either the Berserker or the Fen Creeper. I don't have any Taunt yet, so let's make sure we have some defenders. We'll take the more defensive creature over the aggressive one. Okay, well, the Young Priestess is playable, but barely. The Imp Master, however, is extremely good, so we're going to be happy to pick that up. Here, the Brewmaster is very nice. It's nice to have some pandas, although I don't have too much here that I want to panda back necessarily. This is just kind of removal. We'll take him. I've actually been really happy with this Bluegill Warrior. Dealing that surprise damage. Okay, we've seen some Mad Bomber go awry on this channel. Let's grab Mark of the Wild. Let's try that out. I've never actually played with that card. Let's see how it goes. We could take a Card Drawer or a Charger. I'm going to go for the Charger here to get some more quasi-removal. Oh my god! Well, you have to take Dark Iron Dwarf here, but I really want to try Innervate after getting smashed by it in my last arena. Someone played turn 2 Senjin off of an Innervate, and then it just all went downhill from there. Wolf is good too, but yeah, Dark Iron Dwarf is just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous I cannot pass it up. Okay, I'm not quite desperate enough for Taunt to take this thing. I don't want another one of these. Let's actually take this guy. This guy's a really, really good 5-drop. Now, one consideration, One is that I have already 4 cards that are 5 or more. We're only at the halfway point, so I might want to reserve my upper mana costs for, like, say, an Ironbark Protector that I might see later. Which kind of pushes me to maybe think about taking this. I can, buff something up, kill something with it. No, I'm going to trust my instincts. Let's grab the Tiger. The Tiger is really nice. And we're passing on another silence here to take a Chillwind Yeti. It's just too good not to take. Well, Claw's nice removal. We're going to be happy to pick that up here. And we have a choice between the Wolf or the Worgen. Now, the Worgen can get out of control, especially if you put buff on it. The Wolf is a 2-drop, and I'm a bit lacking. I've only got the 1. Man, the Worgen I think is just better than the Wolf, though. The Wolf does buff things, but I think the Worgen has the chance just to win the game outright. Ironbark Protector number 2, I have to pass on it, though. Dark Iron Dwarf is unfortunately just too good. Well, we get lucky here. Starfall is global removal, so it's very nice to pick that up. In a pinch, of course, you can also use it to kill one creature. I have decided Demolisher sucks. I just hate that card. We're going to take a generic 4/3 for 3 mana. And Cult Master is really good with the Imp Master as well. Swipe is incredible. Alright, we're going to get some easy picks in a row here. Geez, lots of good rares all in a row. Well, the Cobra deals with anything. The Azure Drake is more card draw, more spell damage. My card didn't end up being that bad. Just 6 cards here at 5 mana or more, so it'd be nice to have another one of these. The Pint-Sized Summoner, I mean, I'm lacking for 2-drops. I've still only got the Youthful Brewmaster. That is the only thing that's playable on turn 2. So for that reason, I'm going to grab the Pint-Sized Summoner just basically because of the turn 2 play, and they're all pretty good there. Alright, this guy is nice. Let's keep it aggressive here with the Wolf Rider, go for some more removal. And, alright, on my 3rd Ironbeak Owl, we'll finally take it to have some silence. Here I think we'll grab an Ogre for the late game. Now, Oasis Snapjaw is interesting. It is good with Mark of the Wild, so that's not to be ignored. Mad Bomber, I mean, I need 2-drops. I've got the Pint-Sized Summoner and the Brewmaster. The Warrior and the Owl don't count. The Warrior is more like removal, the Owl is silence, and then the Mark of the Wild is to buff something that's already there. So though the Mad Bomber has ruined me in the past, we're going to take him here because I need 2-drops, and the only remotely playable card here is the Stampede Encoda, which also happens to be awesome. Finally, we're going to grab a Defender of Argus because we need some taunt. Well, I like this. I like the look of this curve. It's got a nice fat hump around 4 and 5, so if we can get it just a little bit lucky and get one of our early plays and slow things down, we'll be fine. We have 2 swipes here. These are also nice for catching up because they clear out, you know, Blood Imps, and they clear out like little winky dinky drops, or anything that you've damaged a little bit. Oftentimes when creatures trade, the winning creature ends up having 1 health left over. Do so